Last week on Sheep Shape, Chad Hall found a giant Alaskan Yukon bull moose and made a perfect shot.
You hit him.
It's a giant.
Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome bull.
A few miles away, Chad's friend Keith also made a perfect shot on a giant bull moose. Tom Gibson connected with a big caribou after several days of hiking. The teams are hard at it, trying to tag their last animals while in Canada's last frontier. Camped beside a remote stream in the Northwest Territories, Chad Hall and his guide have recently woken in sheep country.
First bite I had tastes like preservatives.
Scrambled eggs with bacon. Yum. Yeah, there was another guide who was just caribou hunting down here earlier this year, and he had seen a couple good rams up here. So we'll go out, head this way, and see if we can turn them up today. Hopefully they're still kicking around here somewhere. So said they look good, so see what happens.
After their meals, Chad fills his water bottle with fresh water and Wilderness Athlete to keep his energy levels up while hiking the mountains. The crew heads out, ready to conquer the mountain, looking for a ram. The team slowly maneuvers through the willow bottom, stepping over boulders and streams. They glass each ridge for any glimmer of white. Brady knows the rams should be in the area, so they make subtle movements. Several hours pass, and they finally spot a white movement, about 3,000 yards ahead, straight up.
This is definitely a ram.
They're definitely rams. Yeah, I could tell with the binoculars. Look like they got quite a bit of horn there. Let's have a peek in the spotting scope here and see what we find. But they both look fairly mature. I think that one's maybe 8, maybe a little older. So just need to see what they're gonna do here and then decide what we can do. That one on the left, I think that's one that we'll try and go after. He's looks to be a little bit older, a little bit longer, a little bit fancier. So we're just gonna kind of see if they bed down here or what they do. They're just kind of moving there. So once they bed down, we might be able to just walk back a little bit out of sight of them and climb up that ridge on the left-hand side and shoot across the valley. I don't think it'll be too far, maybe. Just see where they end up going.
They have found a mature ram. It will be a tough climb to get within range, but Chad has prepared for this and is more than ready to begin the climb. So they gear up and head up the mountain. Meanwhile, several miles away, Chad's friend Keith is traversing the mountains, searching for caribou.
So we're sitting just above camp here, and we've got Ashley caribou crawling all over us here. You can see down in the bottom here, we had about half a dozen down there. A bull, a couple cows, a couple calves, and they're just moving. He's a nice bull down below, but not quite what we're looking for yet. We're only 5 minutes into our morning, so we'll find him yet.
As Keith is waiting on a bull caribou, Chad is making the vertical climb through a massive boulder field. It has been several grueling hours, making their way to where they last saw the sheep.
Well, we got the rams. They're just over the top here.
EP13. Nice solid ram. I think we'll just go down a little bit here. Work our way around. There's a grassy spot to sit if we're just gonna wait on these rams. At least we'll be a little bit more comfortable rather than sitting in these rocks all day.
Yeah.
So start packing up and just head around there.
Okay.
The team cautiously moves to a better position. From here, they will make a plan of attack. This segment has been brought to you by Buck Knives, Edge of a Legend. On the side of the mountain in the Northwest Territories, Chad Hall and his guide have recently spotted 2 rams over 3,000 yards away. They have cut that distance to 1,000 yards and have been waiting patiently for them to work down the mountain. After several hours, the rams start moving, but not what they expected.
Well, we've been sitting here holed up watching these rams for probably 6 or 7 hours. And they just started moving up and disappeared into some jagged stuff here towards the top of the mountain. We're not sure if there's some sort of passage to the other side there. Kind of weird. It looks like it's just one piece, but obviously it's not. They cut right in between what appeared to be the top and another false top. So we're kind of hoping they're gonna pop back out here and move their way towards us so we can get a shot. There's not really any type of move we can make on them unless we decide to climb down and climb up towards them.
The team waits in hopes of seeing the rams reappear. Meanwhile, 15 miles away, Chad's friend Tom Gibson has recently set up camp in moose country.
So we're up here in the Mackenzie Mountains hunting with the Sheep Shape crew. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful, it's stunning. We've got our tents set up. It's been an absolute incredible trip. Got the caribou yesterday and hope to get the moose tomorrow.
While Tom settles into his new camp a few miles away, Chad's friend Keith has closed the gap on a big caribou. After a well-placed shot, Keith takes one more to seal the deal.
Congratulations, gentlemen. We just shot ourselves a caribou.
We worked with that one.
After several days of hiking and searching for a mature bull caribou, Keith has officially tagged out.
Double shoveled, oh yeah. 4 miles right now from our tents as the crow flies, probably closer to 5 on our feet.
Oh my Lord.
We have hiked something unreal today.
Well, we started off and left camp and came about 4 miles as the bird flies. We've seen probably 12 to 14 different caribou on the run, and looked over our shoulder on this last hill for the day. He was coming up the alley here, and by himself, no cows, nothing else going on. And we got into position, saw he was a shooter, and took him out at 200 yards. And here he is. It's been a long day, probably the longest walk I've ever walked for any animal, but it was worth it.
While Keith and his team celebrate an ending to his incredible trip, 20 miles away, Chad has made a decision to call it a day after no luck waiting on the rams.
Well, we're packing up to get off the mountain. It's the ram's starting to work his way down the mountain, but we're losing light. We want to get off the mountain before it's dark. We got a lot of rocks to traverse. So we're gonna get back to camp and climb up in the morning and do it again. Hopefully they'll move themselves down a little bit lower than where they were today. Let's get out of here.
The team makes the long hike back to Spike Camp to refuel and get some rest for tomorrow's big climb. This segment has been brought to you by Wild Sheep Foundation. This segment is brought to you by Gunworks, 1,000 yards out of the box. It's a new day in the Northwest Territories, and Chad Hall is gearing up for another long hike back up the mountain after rams they spotted the day before.
Well, it's the morning after seeing those rams. I had a long hike back to camp. We were pretty whooped. My body's pretty sore today. And rained on us last night. So a lot of our stuff's still all damp. But we're gonna have some breakfast and hike back up and see where those rams went to, hoping that they moved towards the front face so that we have a little bit closer shot to get at them. But we might have to climb up on that side of the mountain that they're on if they don't get close enough where we can't shoot across. So we're gonna get our stuff ready and get a move on.
The team heads out yet again in hopes that the rams have moved down the mountain. After an hour hike, they spot them again.
The rams are moving their way down. We got some pretty heavy cloud cover in about the sock of the mountains, and so hopefully they're just gonna keep on dropping. If they were where they were right now yesterday, we would have killed them. But that's just the way it goes. So we're gonna watch them here and put a game plan together. They might just feed their way right down to us. We might not even need to climb the mountain.
I think we'll just kind of see what they do. Like if we go above them, they're probably going to wind us. And if we go below them, they're probably going to see us. So we're just going to have to sit here a little bit and try and watch what they do, and hopefully they move into a better spot for us.
It's pretty steep going in. I'm sure we would make a lot of noise too.
Yeah, there's lots of rocks going in there too, so.
It's a lot steeper than what we climbed yesterday.
So we'll maybe just let them make the first move, and hopefully we can get onto them after that.
The team watches the sheep and notices they will move back up the canyon like they did the day before. So, the team quickly gears up and makes a move. Meanwhile, Chad's friend Tom Gibson has spotted a moose. After closing the distance to 300 yards, Tom makes a perfect shot.
Never's easy. This one was no exception, but absolutely the best adventure I've ever been on. It's been a great trip. Got the caribou, got this awesome moose, and it's been an excellent, excellent adventure.
A few hours pass while Chad and Brady make their way up a canyon to mask their sound in hopes of getting to the rams before they move back up the mountain.
Well, we're closing the gap on the ram. He's right up above us right now. We're sneaking up the creek. Gonna mask their sound, staying low. We're gonna come up from below.
Just gonna sit here for a second and see what they do.
We're gonna have to go up pretty high to see them from here, right?
That's the thing that just scares me. This way's a little bit more riskier. I think let's drop back.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah. I'd rather watch them than spook them, yeah. Because we might not get a chance here because it's so cliffy and rough, we might not even see them. I think let's just backtrack a little bit. We'll go back down and we'll get up a little higher, a little less risky, and kind of a better chance at seeing them and getting a good rest and being able to make a good shot from there. Okay. Rather than coming home.
The team makes the decision to move to another ridge. They move slowly up the rocky mountainside in hopes of getting into position without spooking the rams. This segment has been brought to you by Matthews Archery.
So I'd encourage everybody to go on the Gunworks site, and they have a rifle builder tool on there where you can go in and build your own rifle and customize it how you like it. The different options, different colors. You know, you can add the bipod, you can add the rangefinders, you can buy the whole package at once. But the big thing is you can go on there and completely build the rifle just like you like it. This just so happens to be the one that I like. It's kind of their Mountain X version. It's a Magnus stock, fluted barrel in the 7 LRM, which is the Gunworks cartridge.
Gunworks, 1,000 yards out of the box. After 2 days of hiking and multiple attempts to get within range on 2 shooter rams, the team has finally closed the distance. They just have a few more yards to go without being detected.
Let's get through this little open spot while they're not facing us.
The rams are 800 some yards away, so the team quickly traverses the boulders as quietly as they can, without giving away their position.
You just go right up there. Right up there, I'll sit right here. He's the one that's up higher and off to the right. He's kind of got his head facing right. That's the one you want to shoot. He's kind of moving around a little bit, but standing there broadside. Looks real good.
645, correcting to 587.
Chad has the distance and dials the turret on his Swarovski scope to 587 yards. 2 long days of hiking comes down to this once-in-a-lifetime shot.
You drained him. Attaboy. Good shot, Chad. You drilled him, buddy. Oh my gosh, buddy.
587.
587. Worked out good.
A ram on the ground.
Dead ram.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Got something good to eat tonight. No more mountain house.
No more mountain house. That's a good thing.
All right. Get out of here.
The team is excited about the fresh success. Many days glassing and hiking has come to an end. The ram has fallen down the mountain, so it makes the hike to get him a short one. The pains in Chad's legs as he crosses the boulder field remind him how far he has come. He has worked hard for this and is about to lay his hands on a successful harvest of a Dall sheep.
Yeah, the horns took a little beating, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they sure did.
Maybe a little bit of bloody mess here. Apologize. But he took a 1,000-foot fall.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably getting 9. 8 or 9. Beauty.
Nice mature ram. Looking at maybe 9 years old, which is definitely in the shooter category. Anything over, 8 and up. Happy with this, other than the fall he's took.
Nice work, Chad.
Thanks, buddy.
Awesome ram.
Yeah,
Awesome hunt.
got some battle scars.
Well, it's like 3 in the afternoon. We got a long hike back, so maybe let's start caping away and get on with our walk.
High up on a mountain in the middle of nowhere, Chad notches his sheep tag. He's thankful for the fresh meat the sheep has provided. Although the shot has been fired and the ram is down, the team has just as much work left to be done. They have several hours of cleaning and caping the ram ahead of them.
Going back to camp with a success on our backs.
Yeah. Heavy loads.
Brady's got my sheep horns. I got everything else. So we're gonna make her down this rocky mess. It was hard coming up, so I can imagine it's gonna be fun going down. We're gonna navigate it slow and carefully.
Yeah. Head back, maybe have a fire, cook a little bit of meat on it or something.
That'd be fantastic.
Alrighty, let's give her.
The team heads back to camp with 80-pound packs, taking each step as carefully as they can. 4 hours pass, and they have made it back. But Chad has some news from family.
But we just got back to camp after a long hike, getting the sheep and the meat and our gear and everything off the mountain. Successful hunt. Try to get off the mountain this afternoon if we can. Back to base camp. I've got a hurricane potentially going to hit Florida where I live, and so I guess it's pretty serious, like Category 5, and the big one just hit Texas, so everybody's kind of freaked out. I got to make sure that my house and everything's taken care of and my family's okay. We'll probably have to get them out of there and go somewhere for a few days, depending on what happens with the route of the hurricane, and checking in on that if I'm gonna have to leave camp early. We were planning on going to hunt caribou after sheep. We've got 3 or 4
days left.
4 days or more of the hunt left, so but it's looking like those plans are gonna change. So we get back to base camp here tonight, we'll be able to figure out what's going on back at home and put a plan together. But right now we're just soaking in the victory of a nice sheep, and that's about it.
Chad uses his Iridium Go to talk to his wife back home throughout the night to receive updates of the hurricane. This could be the biggest storm to make landfall in the history of the U.S.
Well, we're cutting our trip short to go home. That hurricane's going to hit Florida, and I need to go back and take care of my house and my family and get them out of there. So we're cutting there about 3-4 days short. And we got a flight, a helicopter back to town. We're going to get on a commercial flight today so we can be back tomorrow. So we're saying goodbye to the NWT, and that's a wrap for Sheep Shape Season 3.
The once strangers, but now friends, say goodbye as the whine of the helicopter propellers fill the air. It was a trip cut short, but the memories that were made will last a lifetime. All 3 hunters were able to fill their tags on moose, caribou, and Dall sheep. The trip may be over, but the sheep-shaped spirit lives on, reminding us to fear no mountain.